And we are fucking live. I'm Nathaniel Beauchene.
I'm Alex Salou.
And I'm Nate Sikowski.
And we are joined here with none other than the infamous
Kiddo.
Boyo.
Shit, son. You gonna power me up? Howdy, everybody. I am Boyo / Kiddo. We're not gonna use my government name for legal reasons.
I was going to lose it if you were about to play Bruce Buffer for him, too.
No.
I thought it was really appropriate. If I'm correct, he used the leveling up music for MW2 when you went from like Colonel General to Sergeant Shooter Master.
You're a fucking bad for knowing that.
I just do want to make a note. I did drop the cap to my beatbox, so
Uh-oh. Guess you're drinking it all.
We take it one day at a time here, folks.
That's all right. You can rummage for it while we explain our sponsor, the Dr. Dabber.
The premium e-rig on the market, perfect for concentrates, vaporizing at a perfect temperature to guarantee you the cleanest rip of all time.
When I tell you the fucking slabs you can take out of a fucking Dr. Dabber, I shit you not, they're the size of your eyeball. Like that rig can handle any fucking wax load that you're throwing at it. And it comes in 3 separate parts, so you can clean it very easily.
And if you want to see Salou take enough dabs to sedate an elephant, you can find that on our Patreon for a mere $5 a month, where we will be posting our feet pics, Salou dying of AIDS, and a variety of other fun things.
That's absolutely right.
We're very excited to be on there. Love you, Patreon. Love you guys. Thanks for supporting us.
But
let's get fucking rolling. But first,
you can find all that at fnbros.com, and to find our affiliate link for the Dr. Dabber, that's fnbros.com. One more time, fnbros.
And remember, if you don't go to the website, Nate will kill me.
I know. He's a little out of line, but he's just excited.
Hey, aren't we all?
While you guys were talking about your sponsor real quick, Salou, is that you said Dr. Dabber, is that the dabber that you've always used?
It's an electric e-rig that I bought.
Yeah. So for our fans and stuff like that out there, I've seen this shit in use.
Our fans.
All right, y'all's fans. I'm sorry.
You know what? We bring them on.
That's right.
And so yeah, I've seen it in use, and even though I do not partake, it was very impressive. So there's your outsider scoop.
Thanks, pal.
Our guests love it too. fnbros.com. Use
even the ones that
link.
can't use it by government orders.
Cheers to the men.
That is number 4 tonight.
And that's a shot down the hatch, kid.
That's number 4 just that you've seen, because you got to understand is that
he drinks all day long because he's a construction worker.
Negative. I'm military, prior law enforcement, and so yeah, I'm going to drink all day.
Yep.
It's part of who he is. It's in his genome. But he was that way before he ever joined the military.
And the cops just didn't know about it.
Yeah, but since you're not a cop anymore, what ditches are you digging in these days?
What do you mean, like, what am I doing for work? Or
What are you doing for work? Because every time I see you, you're in a yellow fucking construction tee. And you're always so dirty.
Once I resigned from being a cop because they threatened me with possession charges, I may or may not have allegedly. Because I heard you guys use that word in the podcast before.
We're a big fan of that word.
So after I was forced to allegedly resign. Well, I mean, I did resign. That's not allegedly.
Hey, we're here for you. We know it's not on you.
That's not how allegedly works, but
yeah,
okay.
You're right.
We know it was on them. Continue.
And so I am now doing landscaping and irrigation work with my buddy Chris from the Army back in the day. So I'm doing work with him, and he just landed a state job for like $70 an hour, cash on the table. So I'm about to
nice.
Oh, those state jobs.
Real nice. I'm about to be pulling myself out of debt real quick.
The government pays you to dick around and slack off. Government pay, there's nothing like it.
I mean, government pay for the past 3 weeks, they paid me to learn how to save lives from everything from a flood to a nuclear disaster. So I mean,
are they preparing for something?
What?
Are they preparing for something?
I mean, they are, because we're CERF-P, which is like chemical enhanced response force package.
Exactly.
Or some shit like that.
They're getting ready for the fucking brothers riots that we're going to be hosting in a city near you very soon.
What you got to understand is, like, as fucked up and as miserable as you are, you're our first line of defense because you're our inside guy.
I mean, I don't know shit.
Like, I know.
I just got promoted to like a special forces group.
We need you to fucking find out some info.
I wish I could find you some info, but fuck, dude, I don't even know what time to show up in the morning.
Classifications.
I have classifications, all right? Fuck.
Not the good ones though.
Not the ones that are like important to like raid area 51 or nothing like that. But I mean, like I got classifications. You know,
Become a whistleblower.
No, I'm not gonna be a whistleblower. This is my career, but this is how I get 2 retirements by the time I'm 37.
Your
What the fuck you
career
talking
is
about?
podcasting.
I mean,
Maybe. Think about how many fans we would have.
I mean, you got the dude in the fucking.
It's not called the Three Fucking Brothers. It's just called the Fucking Brothers.
You got the dude in the Cheney Reservoir, which I've heard much about because I've been listening to your podcast all the time on my drives back up to Massachusetts. And that dude, even me as a listener, I'm a big fan of.
We have two theories, and one is that he's either our biggest fan, our silent supporter,
Love
or
those boys.
number two is that he's an agent, but also like has a thing with us.
Yeah,
like,
I
he
mean,
likes
either
what
way,
he
he
does.
loves us.
Yes, bottom line.
So when I was living,
But he's probably a fan.
So granted, I'm still living in Alabama. When I was living in my first apartment with my wife, who's now my ex-wife. Yeah, that's right, motherfuckers. I'm 23 and
Allegedly.
allegedly.
You know what just struck me?
What's that?
You know how we all have our own fucking FBI handlers?
Yeah, so he wants to bring this up.
Oh, that is part of the list.
He came with questions because
That is part of the
everything
list.
we've talked about on the show, he plans to talk about again with
What
his
if-
variation.
That is
What
part
if
of the list.
Cheney is one of our handlers and
You're
he's
talking
like, they
about-
finally fucking did it?
You're talking about Tricky Dick Rick Cheney?
Well, Tricky Dick.
Tricky Dick was Richard Nixon.
Yeah,
What are you
I
talking
know who
about?
Tricky
Are you
Dick
talking
is.
about- I call him Tricky because his ex. No, it wasn't. No, it was Tricky Dick. Tricky Dick's wife had a big stock in the company that made the UH-60, the Hueys in Vietnam, which is why George H.W. Bush killed JFK.
Can we get the applause?
Oh, of course.
I mean, like, if you want to talk about fucking Nate,
What does that
where's the
have to
button?
do with Cheney Rez being one of our individual handlers?
No, but the Cheney Reservoir. Cheney Reservoir. I mean, I'm just a big fan of it.
Oh, okay, all right.
I mean, we're all a big fan.
He's a
Like,
big
if you want to
fan
talk
of
about
you.
our FBI agents, I do have a list here of stuff that, as I've been listening to the podcast, of stuff I want to talk about.
Yeah, while we're on the subject.
So since you brought up the FBI agent, what I remember is I think it was from one of the earlier episodes, possibly episode 1.
Oh boy,
right?
here we go.
It
I'm
was
gonna get
from-
crucified here.
No, not here, not yet, not yet. Yours doesn't come.
Your
till-
time will come.
Of course.
Your time doesn't come to probably episode 10.
Oh boy, I think that's Bussin' Brothers, isn't it?
Yeah, it
That's
is.
when you called me up for some shit and I don't appreciate it.
Oh, sorry.
But so the FBI agent was when you guys were talking about like what do you think your FBI agent looks like, and so I came up with something witty myself somewhere in bumfuck Tennessee because I was driving from Alabama to Massachusetts.
We're right. Yeah, correct.
And mine says about to have a major breakthrough in his career because of me.
Excuse me.
No, so like my FBI agent, if he's been watching me for this long and doesn't and is like, oh yeah, this kid's fine. Granted, he's fucking stupid.
Well, yeah, obviously we know you're not fine. We know that,
I
but
mean,
does
like,
he?
Granted though, when I was in the police academy, right?
Yeah.
When I was in the police academy, we had an FBI agent come speak to us down from Huntsville, and he told us that he was like, yeah, I tried to sell firearms to the what was it? I think it was Birmingham,
Yep.
UAB, University of Alabama at Birmingham.
Yeah.
Right, try to sell the firearms to the UAB shooter.
Yeah.
And while we were in class, I called him out. I was like, "You try to sell firearms to a domestic terrorist?" And he was like, "Well, I just want to create higher charges."
Right.
I'm like, how sure are you that you would have caught them? Because I'm going to say them because I don't know if it was male or female. I don't know if it be fucking politically correct, but I'm pretty sure it was a female, you crazy sons of bitches. But he said, like, oh, we would have caught her before. I'm like, how sure are you? He's like, probably like 70%. Like, so there's a 30% chance that you would have let UAB students get shot the fuck up because you sold firearms to a domestic terrorist. He's like, well, I didn't get to before they caught her.
All in a day's work.
And I'm like, you're stupid, dude.
Bless you.
I
yeah.
thought that was something falling behind me.
I mean, as an act of good faith, we're actually sending like Domino's pizzas to the boys at Quantico. So that's fun.
no, as an act of good faith, we should, I don't know if I can say that. We should just.
Start with allegedly, and anything you say, it's like fine.
It's like not real or something.
My opinions do not. Fuck. Hold on.
Look at your
Boyo and
notes.
Kiddo,
My
just remember
opinions
that,
do not
too.
represent the DoD. I think we should bomb the fuck out of the Middle East.
And here we go.
Just turn that shit into a pack. Bring back General Douglas, not Douglas. Was it Douglas MacArthur? Who said you want to drop like 50 nukes on North Korea, turn that bitch into a parking lot?
I don't remember which general it was.
Yeah.
But
There's one. I'm pretty. You're
You're the one in the army.
I know McCarthyism is about fucking the Red Scare and stuff like that. I think it was MacArthur who was like, oh yeah, I think we should just nuke the fuck out of North Korea and just turn that bitch into a parking lot. And I'm with that. Let's just do that with the Middle East.
Yeah, right. No,
Let's just do that with the rest of the world. I mean, Europe even. I don't give a fuck.
right.
Europe, North Africa,
we know-
Middle Africa, South Africa, East China, West China, South China, North China, which is just Russia. Let's just nuke the fucking planet, dude. We're American. We can do what the fuck we want.
And pretty
we can
soon-
literally do whatever the fuck we want. We are the world's greatest superpower for the past 250 something fucking. I'm pretty sure we're almost up to 260. That's how long this nation lasted. Rome didn't even last this long, as far as I know of. Granted, I'm going off a Massachusetts high school education, right? We could nuke this entire planet and just start new, and we'd be the oldest again, twice in a row, back to back. Who's gonna go against us, really? What, Canada? They helped us out in World War I and II. Granted, there's some badass motherfuckers, not gonna lie, right? I'll give them that. There's some badass motherfuckers, but not now with Justin Trudeau and all that shit. They ain't helping out worth a fuck. Mexico, I mean, I think we should annex that too. I think we should take all the badasses from Canada, bring them to the United States, all the badasses from Mexico, Mexico for all you non-Latin speakers. We should bring them from Mexico, bring them to the U.S., enlist them, and just go full-out scale with fucking China.
Yeah,
100%. God bless America. God bless the Minutemen. God bless the Republic.
And you will be able to buy Nuke the World t-shirts at the fucking Bros shop.
I think we
Within the
should be
next
able to
2
buy it
days.
now. I should be able to have a Nuke the World t-shirt right this
We will have them
You'll
out.
have one any day now.
Who's going to stop us?
And by the way, the Nuke the World t-shirts are made in America, baby. Get the
That's
Eagle
right.
Screech. Thank you.
if they made in Taiwan, I'll fight for it.
Cheers to that, brother.
Oh, that was the greatest speech I've ever heard.
We're all patriots here.
That's correct.
You know, and obviously over the time we've spent together, we've talked about the animals we'd fuck and the animals we'd fight.
Oh, shit.
Kiddo came prepared to answer both those questions.
All three you were wrong on the best animals who would fuck. Nate, I specifically remember you picking a corgi, you picked an armadillo, and I don't remember what you picked, but for whatever reason, it's screaming scorpion.
No, it was a lemur.
Lemur?
Yeah.
Why?
Move it.
Because it was a small monkey, and for whatever reason, before I ran out of time, I couldn't think of another name of another primate.
I'm just going to say it right now. All right, so studies show, right? This is like... because I looked into this way before the podcast. Yeah, right? This is a known fact. Right. Looked into it way before the podcast happened, right? Dolphins.
Well, yeah,
Granted, Nate has the fact that corgis are easy to handle,
that is correct.
but dolphins, if you can get a hold of them, right?
They're slippery.
I've heard that they've done a study, right? Granted, this is what I've heard, right? So it may not be the most accurate information.
Are you gonna bring up fucking dolphin jelly? Don't talk to me about dolphin jelly, you sick
Is that
fuck.
they had primates fuck dolphins, like a fleshlight full of dolphin pussy
Yeah,
juice,
and they just blow fucking loads
They
the
blew
size of
loads-
fucking dump trucks.
until they died.
I know.
Like beating off into a dolphin. It's
Like,
for science.
it's
baby.
like
No,
what
not
is it?
even. They were just rubbing the jelly on the fucking tips of their dicks and letting them go nuts.
And they died because of it. Like they came so much they died. Like, you know, that dude who I think he was he was in prison for some random dumb shit, and he was like 19 years old, and he jacked off till he died. He made it like 26 times. That's what like a monkey did to a dolphin jelly.
That's why biologically men fall asleep and get tired after busting a nut.
Maybe just you, but I don't.
Orgasming till
Yeah, a
death
couple
is kind of
times,
cool.
my friend.
I mean, yeah, a couple times, but my couple times can last quite
Yeah,
a while.
right. Yeah, get the first one out of the way, and then you can go all night on
I
this.
don't get the first one that way. The first one, just don't fucking
I'm gonna
pretend
fucking
to
stab you.
Don't pretend to stab me. If you're gonna stab me, stab me. I got a Gerber in the truck. And I'm not even fully drunk yet. That slam right there, it's my beatbox.
Well, luckily we did come prepared because we have members of the police department waiting outside
You can't say that.
No, I mean, you know, I meant allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, I meant Tennessee.
There you go.
So,
yeah.
So you'd fuck a dolphin? Is that what you're saying to us?
I'm not saying I would fuck a dolphin. I'm saying
If you had to pick.
If you had to pick, it would be a dolphin.
I mean,
They're the only other animal in the animal kingdom that it takes pleasure from sex.
That's what I'm saying though. That's why a dolphin would be the best, because a dolphin is like they're just as much about pleasure as you are. Granted, right?
That's how Nate feels about the corgi, though.
They're starting to think
Nate's a liar.
They're starting to think that other primates might be doing it for pleasure too.
Yeah,
now.
but they're still not past the Stone Age, so calm yourself.
But they are building with tools.
Yeah,
and
but
that's
they live
impressive.
on fucking land and breathe air and don't fucking live in the water, my guy.
Just wait till you
The
fuck.
smartest things on this planet other than us live in the water.
And you know what we started out? Bacteria.
Can we get the eagle screech?
I'm just saying, did we start off as bacteria?
Yeah, from bacteria to back-to-back World War champs.
Bingo, baby.
Let's fucking go, baby.
That's America right there.
That's
baby.
America
Back-to-back
right
World
there.
War champs. About to be back-to-back World War III champs. You know what I mean?
3-time defending champions.
Make it a parking lot, nuke the world.
Give me the green one. Thank you.
Ooh.
On making things a parking lot, I think Ohio should be a fucking parking lot.
Yeah, it should be for the greatest mall in America.
Because I get you want to nuke out other fucking countries, but there are states I want gone.
No, I mean, we can level Ohio without a nuclear bomb
So
by just telling all the residents, like, hey, you don't belong here. And they're like, oh, okay. And then we'll just move. And then we just level their houses with a fucking, like, D-15.
I just want to live in Johnny Cash's America.
Yeah, you and I both. Johnny Cash wish he could live in Johnny Cash America, but he's dead.
Johnny Cash would be rolling around in his grave right now if he knew the things going on in this country.
If he knew
That's what I'm
beatboxes
saying.
existed, Johnny Cash would be rolling around in his fucking grave. Johnny Cash is a big whiskey guy.
Yep.
I'm a big whiskey guy, but I found these beatboxes when I was driving from Alabama.
Are you getting paid by beatbox?
No, I'm just saying I should be because of how much I promote them. Because like I fucking love beatboxing. This is my second one I've had today.
Nate arrived at my house to pick up me and our guest, and I walked
You
out
say
the
my
door.
name as long as
but
it's my government
he,
name.
he was in the kitchen talking to my grandmother and my mother about beatboxes.
Of course. Kiddo is the type of... No, I don't want to try it. I don't...
Take a sip. Take a
Slow
sip.
sip.
This is me being terrible at peer pressure. Take a
I know,
sip.
I'm good.
You pussy.
I'm not a pussy. I just don't want to consume alcohol. Thank you very much.
Why, are you in AA or something?
No.
Haley, is he in AA or something?
He's an AA. By episode 13, he had developed a real bad problem because it's because of talking to Nate for so long.
I mean, by the time of episode 10, I developed a real bad habit for cocaine.
So was it you or us?
It was me that developed a real bad habit for cocaine. That's why I lost my job.
But do we take the blame for how you ended up here?
I mean, you guys were the first people I smoked weed with.
So I guess we
Shit.
got to take part of the
It
blame,
was,
right?
I mean, it was
Gateway.
Yeah.
We're sorry.
You God bless the gateway. Hey, we kind of have a no phones policy. While
I know.
we're
I realized
talking.
that. I just got a text about work, even though I just talked about losing my job. I got a new little start at a little landscaping club.
Ooh, can we get the applause? Good enough.
I'll take it.
We'll take it.
Patreon.
It's 100% under the table, but his father, who does irrigation, just landed a state job, and he's willing to pay me $70 an hour, so I'll take it.
We love a good state job around here. So, but I guess bottom line though, you'd fuck the dolphin. But what animal do you confidently think you can fight?
Oh, at least a bobcat.
I respect
And
the hell
that's
out of
where that statistic comes from.
No, I 100% feel like I could take a bobcat.
And you can get our
Like,
fucking
honestly, like,
dolphins
not
and
even-
fighting bobcats t-shirt also at
Dolphins
effandbros.com.
and fighting
You
bobcats.
are exactly what the Japanese think Americans are.
Good, because they love Americans. Like, you know how many Japanese women would cream over me?
Yeah.
You know how many
6'4",
Japanese men would
blonde
cream
hair,
over
blue
you?
eyed. They would
They'd
love.
probably be
it is
disappointed because
keto.
you're not a Marine, though.
What?
They'd probably be disappointed because you're not a Marine, though.
How about this? You go suck the other end of that microphone and just shock yourself to opinion. I'm still in the army.
Yeah.
You're making
Yeah.
him upset.
Fucking bastard.
I live to make our guests upset.
You make me upset.
At least him, anyway.
No, that's
just
fair.
Me. Just me. You
I don't
used,
think
I
it's
used to
just
call you the
guests.
puppeteer, but just who's adapted.
You're just mad because you've never been able to bully me.
That's where you're wrong, son.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
He made fun of your height the moment he got in
I
here.
That's
did,
fine.
100%.
He can bully. It
I
doesn't
made a
affect
joke
me.
that Salute, you may have lost weight, but you still haven't gained an inch in height.
That's right.
I know I'm right. I like this. I like when I hear you say it,
Short
but it
king,
still makes
baby.
me feel better. I mean, you are in a relationship and I'm in the middle of a divorce. So
Yeah,
I'll
that's
give you
right.
that. That's something the Army gives you in case any of you guys are thinking about enlisting. Your recruiter lied to you at the mall. It's a good gig. You won't get your bonus till months later, and you're going to suffer through at least 2 to 3 divorces. I'm on my first, knocking that shit up real out of the way real early. Moving on to my second. But yeah, it's a great time.
Can I at least go to your second wedding?
Yeah, I mean, no one came to my first wedding because it didn't happen.
Yeah, right. So
I got married at the town hall.
right. So can I come to your second?
Sure.
Can you at least have a wedding this time?
I mean,
Maybe a proper ceremony would,
Or,
keep
you know,
things together.
listen,
a little
motherfucker,
longer.
I planned the first ceremony, right?
Just give a little bit of time or thought into the woman you marry, maybe.
I do. I loved it. I still do love it. I'm not gonna lie,
I
but
understand. But red flags, my guy.
I almost the word.
I have things I gotta say to you too, my guy.
Oh, what you got?
Oh, you've just been an
Maybe
idiot.
that.
No,
Don't marry
I was pulling my
I'm
pants
just
down.
gonna let this ride.
Don't marry the first girl you see after you get out of the Army for the
Listen,
first time.
it was 5.5 months of not being home.
That's
and
long
I met
enough.
her and I was, hey, 3 months later, she brought up, hey, why don't you get married? I was like, fuck it, why not? So I did it. And granted, yeah, I loved it. We got married at the town hall by the Justice of the Peace.
Just better life choices because I care about you, bud. That's all.
Better life choice. You should have been there when I started doing cocaine.
That's his beef with you, actually, because you weren't there when he was doing
Yeah,
cocaine.
you weren't. But you know what my beef really is with you?
Yeah.
Back in, I believe it was episode like between 10 and 13, you
Yep.
said that I didn't fit in high school. And
Did I?
you did, and I got some things
Okay.
to say about that.
Okay,
and,
go
matter
ahead.
of fact, actually, in my notes, let me pull it up real quick. My notes specifically say, fuck you, Salou, for saying I didn't fit in.
Okay, that's fair.
That's fair. What do you mean I didn't fit in?
Listen,
I fit in with everyone. I just chose y'all because y'all were the most fun. I didn't want to
My-
hang out with the sports kids and shit and do fucking football and shit.
my scattered,
that, and
my
they decided to
scattered
put me in my-
memories of you as an underclassman were just chaotic, and I felt like I could relate to you a lot, or you could relate to me a lot, because I also didn't really fit in all that well. That's all I meant by it.
Listen, I just want the audience to know that during high school, Salou made me call him the puppeteer.
That's right. I was the puppeteer.
But barely, though. I had control.
That's right.
I just let you think you had control. And now
Correct.
I've evolved
didn't
where I
have
had
control of
absolute
shit.
control.
Yeah.
Is Salou had a funny Machiavellian phase?
Yeah, like V for Vendetta phase.
Listen, I didn't go
remember
through
the 5th of
an emo
November?
or a goth phase. I went through a
Yeah.
phase where I wanted to control people.
He's the type of kid to write on the whiteboard, I pull the strings.
That's exactly the type of shit I would pull.
His trench coat flapping around.
I watched a
the
lot
5th
of
of
weird
November?
movies as a kid. All right,
But like realistically, look around this table. Did anyone at this table fit in?
we
Let's be honest.
we had to make a group of outcasts.
Yeah, it's
to
like
fit in
none of
somewhere.
us even like each other. We just all realized we wouldn't fit anywhere else.
That's right.
I fucking liked you guys.
They all get so butthurt when we talk like this.
I liked you guys. I mean, I could have fit in with the sports kids if I didn't quit after the last practice.
But don't
before the
lie,
game.
don't lie. You're capable of flowing from group to group. You can fit in almost any
See,
group.
that's what I was hoping you would say, but you didn't say it in the first time.
Basically,
I
you
called
hurt
you out.
his feelings. You made him upset.
Okay, well,
I was in bumfuck West Virginia, and you said Boyo doesn't fit in, and I was like, ooh, that's gonna hurt.
I know. I'm glad he said that. Like he always liked us though, because I force fed him marijuana
sorry.
and stabbed him with screwdrivers. And he
Allegedly.
was just like, I like you guys.
Allegedly.
You guys are great. I can remember like holding kiddo down, trying to put eye drops in his eyes because he's like, Papa's gonna pick me up any minute.
Allegedly.
No, this is all like hypothetical.
Yeah, so hypothetically, may or may not have Nathaniel had to hold me down in like a shitty old wooden chair that you'd find at your grandmother's yard sale. Hold me down and tilt my head back because I was incapable of putting in eye drops myself, allegedly. That
All
may or may not
hypothetical.
have happened.
We don't know.
You were just a pretty wound up kid. That's all.
I was a pretty wild kid who didn't know how to put eye drops in, but I loved allegedly smoking marijuana.
I thought
Allegedly.
of something I wanted to bring up. Out of all of the original trappers and then the like first couple extended trappers, so like Rem, and all those first couple.
An Outcast.
Who do you think has the most not valid, but the most used nick? Like I have like 6 nicknames. Kiddo has like 4 nicknames. Who has the most nicknames?
Well, this guy.
That we use the most?
Probably Pookie.
Or Pookie.
Oh yeah,
Pookie, Mr. Topples, Chork.
Chalk.
Because like
Jorn.
with
Dak.
you, we can do anything that rhymes with Nate.
Yeah, it's either.
but
Usually it's Slate.
yeah.
I heard Gate today for the first time, and I was like, "Who the fuck is that?" I thought this was a new friend that you guys made while I was in Alabama. And I was like, "Who the fuck is Gate?" They're like Gate Sikowskis, and I was like, "Who the fuck is that?"
Allegedly,
Nate's
by
cousin
the way.
Gate.
Allegedly.
Nate is indeed cousin Gate, but also cousin Slate, cousin Rate.
And then for you,
All my
there's
cousins.
fucking Nathaniel or Nah. What else? Like
Jorn.
Usually I just get called a cancer.
Big Z is Big Z.
I get called a burden.
Been there, brother.
Bry is Bry. Brian or Moneybags.
Oh yeah.
So at least I beat up Brad.
Everybody had nicknames though, you know.
No,
'Cause we
I-
were a clique, a crew, a pack, you know.
But you know what is never a nickname? My government name. At least yours is Sal.
That's true.
Remember, like we have pilot names too. We've gone that route.
Hold on, do I have a pilot name? I know you guys went over your pilot names. What's my pilot name?
Well, if he chooses not to accept Wildcat, then you can take Wildcat.
I mean, if he's in the mix, he has to be
I'll
Wildcat.
take Wildcat all the way. I will 100% take Wildcat. You ever heard a bobcat scream in the middle of the night? When I was a cop,
when-
right?
when-
So when I was a cop, we got so many 911 calls saying that a woman was screaming in the woods. Turns out it was just a bobcat, and these people don't know the environment around them. But it was fucking scary, let me tell you the least.
yeah, Fisher cats sound like woman getting raped. It's fucked up.
No, dude, like bobcats?
Yeah, probably
Dude,
similar or worse.
Bobcats sound like a woman screaming because she's getting fucking murdered.
Yeah,
dude.
it's fucked up.
But they're mainly, I mean, I'm not going to say mainly Alabama, but I dealt a lot with them in Alabama. Granted, was there a couple times I wanted to shoot a bobcat, 100%, but I didn't want to walk in the woods alone with a woman screaming like that because I was thinking of the nun.
Remember, kids, don't watch horror movies before your cop shift.
Hey,
That's
kids,
right.
Don't do drugs.
in your apartment by yourself because you were just recently divorced.
Durga, allegedly.
It's all allegedly number one, and he can't really be doing that bad if he's shooting bobcats and drinking beatbox.
Hey, speaking of Durga, have you found out yet that I am mostly Lebanese? Actually,
So I was told, I was given rules before I in this podcast.
yeah, that's right.
You're stressing him out.
Hold on to that.
You know what's bad to stress them out? So I've got a hit on you for about $1,200.
If you shoot me with a Nerf gun, I'll throw you out of my house.
That's gonna be tough. Because Haley knows what I'm holding.
I think you have to swallow your pride
I'm
and
gonna need-
accept that
I'm gonna
sometimes
need you to
things
close
need to
your eye.
happen.
I'm gonna need you to close your eyes and face the wall, Common.
Did you just call me a commie? I refuse to do anything you just said after calling me a commie.
Face the wall.
He came with notes.
Face the wall.
He knows what you did. Can we get the eagle screech for that?
I've been executed.
Another commie put down by America.
If you want to see me get executed on our Patreon, you can find it on
For
effandbros.com.
$5 a month, you can watch the death of a communist fuck.
We will be
I'm not a
playing-
communist.
I will kill a communist every month for the Patreon.
That's your $5 donation cuts down the communist population down by 1% every time you donate $5.
I'll probably do 2 a month.
That's the kind of team dedication we need.
Your donation is bringing back McCarthyism. Please donate today.
We may not be able
the
to,
Red Scare.
Meta may not be allowed to take us down for calling people retards, but we're invincible when it comes to the commies. It'll be fine.
Excuse me for a second. My cats are fighting.
You have
We
2?
got cat action.
I got one of them.
Oh God, I wish we had a camera
I wish.
because this
for
would
the
be some epic shit.
cats.
You got to separate them. Did you send them to their room or?
No.
Yeah, do you punch him with a slap on the wrist and tell him that God's gonna kill him?
when they fight worse than that, I do separate them, and I don't get physical with them, but I separate them and let them know they're in trouble.
Do you square box the cats?
I lost it. I can't find it.
The cats?
No, the squirt bottle.
No, I'm saying square boxing. You lost square boxing with the cats. Like you threw up deuces, and the cat threw up deuces, and you just lost shit.
I mean, the last time I separated them, they're kind of healed now. But he got me there, and he got me there, and shit. But like, no, it's not bad.
See, my dog doesn't do that.
Well, yeah. See, I would love to have a dog, but I'm not gonna subjugate a fucking animal to live in a box this size. It's okay with cats.
I did.
That's good for you, man. Happy for you. I can't have a dog here.
Dog's amazing. I'm gonna touch your thigh.
Okay, that's fine, you homo.
Today's podcast is brought to you by consent.
Oh, speaking on the attack of homos, Nate, I'm gonna tell a story that you already heard.
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
So
Here it is.
Keep in mind, we're not homophobic here. This is just bad timing. Wrong place, wrong time.
This isn't a homophobic fucking story. It's just I was on the way from Massachusetts to Alabama, and I made a rest stop at a McDonald's somewhere in Trenton, Georgia.
Did you find the glory hole?
No, even worse. So I walked in there, ordered my food in a little kiosk things.
Yep.
So I ordered my food there, and I go to use the bathroom because I'm like, hey, shit, I got to piss. I've been driving for like 16 hours, right? I got to go for a piss. I go to take a piss, right? There's someone already in the stall. I'm like, I could have gone for a shit, but it is what it is. So I'm like, the liquid's got to come out.
Right.
The liquid's got to come out at the very least. So I go to remove the liquid by pissing, right? Oh, excuse me. As I'm finishing up the piss, dude walks out of the stall. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm not paying any attention to it, and some dude just leaving the bathroom, right? He washes his hands, he leaves. I finish up my piss. I hear a second belt buckle.
Nice.
Wait a minute.
A second belt buckle.
That happened to me at a place the three of us worked at.
We'll get better with this, all right?
Okay.
So I hear a second belt buckle, right? I'm like, hey, do what you gotta do, right? Hey, if that's your kink, that's your kink. But I ain't gonna shame you for it, or whatever. Do what you do. And so I
There's
gotta wash
only
my
one
hands.
place to take a piss in this whole bathroom.
Yeah. There's a urinal and a stall.
Oh, okay. So
And
why
so I
aren't
was
you...
in the urinal.
Gotcha.
Well, there are two urinals.
Oh,
There's
so you're peeing while this is happening.
I'm peeing while this is happening.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure,
see,
I'm
I thought
pretty
you
sure
were
my
waiting for the
entrance-
bathroom.
I'm pretty sure my entrance might have spooked him.
Gotcha.
And so I hear the second belt buckle, and I'm like, all right, I'm done with my piss. Whatever. It is what it is. I got to wash my hands. This dude comes out. I make eye contact with him because I want him to know that I know.
Yeah, right.
And so I make eye contact with him, let him know that I know, right? I wash my hands, and I leave. By the time I come out, I'm like, all right, I'm waiting for my food. And my food comes out. As I'm going to pick up my food, I notice the dude from the bathroom comes out and walks behind the counter. He works there.
Yeah.
He got dick on a fucking bathroom break.
Yeah, right. So he's probably on fucking Craigslist or Double List, fucking just scouring the dark
I don't
web.
care what he's on. He better not be touching my food.
Oh,
Being
no,
a raging homosexual.
He didn't touch your food personally, but he's
Thank
touching
goodness.
other people's food
And that's
every
what bothers
single
me.
day.
That's what bothers
He's
me.
probably touching more cocks than burgers, though.
That's what upsets me, right? Listen, I don't care. Be gay in your own time, all right?
On
I
your
don't- I
own
don't care.
time, exactly.
What you do behind closed doors is none of a burden to me.
McDonald's is going to email us and try to get that store location from you.
I don't care. I won't tell them.
Well,
Listen.
they already know it's in Trenton, Georgia.
So there's so many McDonald's in Trenton, Georgia. I
That's a
only
big
stopped-
fact.
They can
Yeah.
narrow it down.
What do you know about Trenton, Georgia?
I don't know anything about Trenton,
You
Georgia.
know nothing.
But I know that Georgia's a fat state, and there's probably a multiple McDonald's in every fucking town.
There is.
You betcha.
And, so I thought that was going to be the end of me taking breaks in McDonald's in public. So I figured I'd switch to a gas station. So this is a story I didn't tell you, Nate, because this happened on my way up here from Alabama to Massachusetts. So my audio went out about 9 hours into my drive, and I was like, fuck. I'm like, if I go 7 minutes without audio, I'll kill myself.
7 minutes precisely? Like, was there a timer in your head?
Oh, 100%. Like 6 minutes is all right. 8 minutes is way too much. 7 minutes is the prime spot, like commit suicide on the highway.
Question it all.
On Highway 81 in bumfuck, Virginia. And so I was about 9 hours into my drive, which means I was halfway from Alabama to Massachusetts. And I stop at a Shell station in middle of bumfuck Egypt, Virginia. And I'm like, all right, fuck, I gotta go for a piss. So I'll go for a piss first. I'm like, good shit, but so I go for a piss, right? Some dude in the stall. I'm like, all right, well, whatever. I go for a piss right now. I only got 9 hours left. I can hold it, right?
You hear the first belt buckle.
No. This is something different. And so I'm like, all right, whatever. I go out to back to my truck. I start pulling fuses, trying to find the one for the audio and stuff like that. I end up getting it fixed. I'm like, all right, so I got it fixed. The dude's probably out of the stall by now. I go back in, go to take a shit in the stall. I hear this dude start yelling in Portuguese. Like, not yelling, but talking loudly in Portuguese.
Yep.
And so then he stops talking. I hear like a shitting sound, right? Like, you know when
Yes.
you know when you're shitting deer pellets?
Yes.
You know when you're shitting like deer pellets? Where it's like,
I know
it's
it
like
all too
not
well.
fucking. It's not like a solid chunk.
That's a pellet gun.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, exactly that one.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was your name.
It was
that
me.
sound, that sound was tit, right? That mimicked it exactly. I'm getting flashbacks right now. And that sound exactly. And so I'm like, all right. So and so, due to my curiosity and being a nosy little dog, I stick my head underneath the stall and I see, mind you, this bathroom in this Shell station in Virginia has one stall, one urinal, and the urinal's like a trough. It's like a sheet metal trough that you'll find in like very popular bathrooms.
Yep.
And so
Of course.
I'm in there, and it's just me and this Portuguese dude. And I hear that sound that Nate made, and I'm like, oh, I'm like, hey yo. And so I peep underneath the stall real quick, and I see this dude's shoes facing the opposite way of the urinal. They're facing the wrong way.
So did he have his phone on like FaceTime or something?
I waited until he left, but I was not about to interrupt this man.
I thought you were a nosy little dog.
I was a nosy little dog, but not enough to see a Portuguese man's pants around his ankles, all right, my guy?
Sitting backwards on a fucking toilet. You must be fighting for your life if you're sitting the wrong
It
way.
sounded like he was.
Back. Hold on for dear life.
There's nothing for this man to grab. He's facing the wrong direction. And so I leave. Like after he leaves, he washes his hands, wipes them, and I'm very proud of him for that. Right. And so I go to leave. I wash my hands, and before I wipe, I just take a little gander over, and I lean over from the sink, and I see there's shit in the urinal. And so that's when I made my my sworn oath to silence about never taking a bathroom break ever in my drives, in my Hajjes from Alabama to Massachusetts or Massachusetts to Alabama. I'm never doing them again.
Because you might see shit in a public bathroom.
I might see some weird shit in a public bathroom. Not about to bust, all right?
What's with you and like being a nosy little dog and putting your head under fucking stalls? Because I remember we went.
I was looking at the dude's shoes. No, I was looking at his dick, dude.
Hold on, here we go. Allegedly again, but at one point, me and Kiddo went up to Westfield University to visit some of our college friends. And, you know, it had been a 2-hour car drive, and we were drinking in the car. And before we got in the car, so we're like, all right, we got to fucking piss. We go into the fucking, you know, dorm bathroom, and I'm taking a fucking piss. And I see his head underneath my stall looking up at me pissing. And I was like, what? I'm going to fucking piss in your face. You should have.
I'm a taller individual. This wasn't my choice by genetics.
Because he saw that I saw, so he dipped back into his stall real quick.
No, I didn't initially plan on peeping over the fucking stall. Right?
You're just a nosy little dog. You can't
No,
help
I
yourself.
stood up and
The stalls are there so you don't have to look at people.
the stalls need to be put there to make shit for people who are over 6 foot. Because I stood up and I made eye contact with Nathaniel and I was like, hey, buddy, what's going on? Oh, you shit.
What's going on?
What else would he be doing in there?
What do you think I was doing in
I don't know,
there?
you might have been ripping a vape, hitting a dab, something I might have wanted.
After announcing that I had to piss?
I also announced I had to piss and I was sitting down on a toilet seat.
I wonder what Nathaniel's doing.
Listen, all right, I don't want to hear it.
No, this is all allegedly. We're not saying any of this actually happened.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. But Nate wanted to. Last episode, we talked about how our dear friend Kiddo here made Nate pass out on public transportation.
Oh, on the MBTA?
So it's probably best to explain what was happening.
I'm going to take a nip with our co-producer.
From somebody that wasn't near the front lines, what my recount of it is that I saw Kiddo whispering things into Nate's ear, and you know that's never
Cheers,
good. When Nate gets hot from overheating,
Right.
And not eating all day.
not eating, not
Nate's a big
drinking any
boy.
water, and there's a million people on one train car, and so Kiddo's leaning in and whispering things into
I
his
would like
ear.
to interject.
So, Kiddo, I'd like you to talk about what you were saying to him, and keep in mind while he says this that every time he says what he's about to say, Nate sweats a little more. So we're getting to critical meltdown point.
Yes.
The sound drowned out more and more.
This is exactly what I expected. So, back in the day, me and my buddy Steve, who Nate also knows, we came with this voice.
That talks like this.
And then it's been a wave.
And
Give me the kids.
we came up with that voice because we were high as fucking shaws, and he pointed out a box of like pancake mix, but it wasn't made from regular pancakes. He just pointed at it and said,
Potato pancakes.
and I just fell on the floor crying, laughing, and so that's where the voice originated from. But so we were just out of Yawkey Station in Boston on the MBTA on the Purple Line,
Waiting there for like 3
So
hours.
we had been at the platform for almost 3 to 4 hours.
We had been there for a hot minute.
with a Nate that's getting more and more dehydrated by the minute.
Yeah, it's been a while for this. Goof.
Why were you there for so long?
Because it was the Patriots parade, and
Yeah.
we couldn't get out of Boston.
I got
because
kicked
the
off the
trains
ice.
were we all did by Mounties.
Yeah, Mounties kicked us off the ice on fucking. It wasn't frog pond.
But it
fucking
wasn't
something
for
else.
smoking a blunt. It was for being on the ice
it was
in
for
the
being on the
town
ice, 'cause
common.
You idiots.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so Nate decided to hop on the in between cars between me and I don't know if I should say his first name because with an E, and he's a Hispanic kid we used to hang out with, who may or may not have stole your scooter.
I gave him permission.
Yeah, exactly that one.
Yeah.
And so it was me, him, and Nate, and so I started whispering dirty things in Nate's ears, like,
You papi no niño.
and
Give me the boy.
I want the boy.
I want the boy. Give me the kids.
Give me the boy.
It's just right in my ear.
Give me your son.
And I'm just like,
and
please.
that's things that I was whispering to Nate also during the Patriots parade to fucking Rob Gronkowski. And I was saying that, not in the voice, but I just kept yelling at, give me your kid. I want your son. During the Pats parade, while they're on the duck boat, I just kept saying that.
This voice to Nate.
And Nate decided that I need to go sit down and decided to take a pregnant woman's seat on the train.
Thank you. I wanted you to confirm that.
So like, there's seats on the MBTA that are reserved for handicapped people and people who are pregnant and
It was a
or have
normal seat.
disabilities, right?
Normal seat.
It may have been a normal seat regardless, right? It may have been a normal
A
seat.
pregnant woman was sitting there, correct?
A pregnant woman was
Let's
sitting
go.
there, stood up and
Chubby
said, I
teen.
think you need this. And Nate
Call a
sat
pregnant woman a chubby teen.
Totally did.
Nate sat down in a seat given to him by a pregnant woman because I was whispering in the ears,
Give me the boy.
I
want
just
the
kept going,
son.
please stop.
Do we
Can we
blame
get the boo?
granted,
The
Nate
boo
was begging me to
noises?
stop and I was not listening to his cries.
Really, Boyo gave up a pregnant lady's seat.
Yeah. So
Not realistically. You stole a pregnant woman's seat. I mean, not stolen, but she gave it to you.
So me, Ty, and KB are in the car above, and we're all looking over because everybody starts turning around, and we just see. I'm like, did somebody fucking pass out on the commuter rail? It was Nate.
Of course it was. Who else would it
And
be?
we were in between
But
train cars too. Like, you know the part where you can like kind of see the outside where like when it goes on a turn, you can kind of look
Yeah.
outside.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that's where we were.
I've
Me-
never been on a train.
What?
Yeah, this guy does not like trains.
All right, you and me are going to Boston this week. And,
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
We're going to take the train.
Gotta work.
No, you don't.
Yep.
You're quitting.
Nope.
You're quitting your job.
Nope.
You're quitting for your
Yes.
first train ride. Bottom
We're
line.
going to go to Wellesley.
He's gonna make you pass out on the commuter rail.
I could just drive to Wellesley.
We're going to Wellesley for free.
No,
Dude,
sir.
A train to Wellesley costs so much less than gas to Wellesley. Like, I mean, granted, I ride freaks in the military, and it's tit,
Right.
but you should come to our train to Wellesley.
No, things are getting kind of crazy. You know how much a one-day pass is for the commuter rail on a weekday?
How much?
Non-round trip, $50.
What?
Yeah.
Communist.
But you know what it is for a round trip on the weekends?
What?
$10.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah, it's like completely a
So
thing.
these
It's because there's a lot more people on the weekend. And
I'm not denying that, but that price
but
for
these
the
hard-working middle-class Americans got to pay $50 a fucking trip to
yeah.
work.
Anybody that
God forbid they make fucking a little bit more than a fucking $100 a day to go to work, which $100 a day is a lot to go to fucking work. I almost choked it out. Mind you.
don't throw up on my fucking table, please.
Too bad you got a fucking rug underneath it. No, God forbid these hardworking Americans are making a little bit more than $100 a day to go to fucking work. Let's say they make $125. That's decent money, right? You gotta take a train to work, cost you $100 fucking bucks. You make $25 a day, boss. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Welcome to
You-
Texas,
you've
Massachusetts,
listened-
bud.
You've listened to Oliver Anthony, right?
Of course. I was going to bring this
Have
up
you?
with you.
yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I only know the one song.
He's a damn good man. I'm just gonna say,
Yeah,
right?
he is a damn good man.
He even released a fucking little promo saying that when the Republicans released that they did a press conference with him in the background, like his song by the Richmond, North of Richmond, in the background, he was like, I don't understand why the fuck. Like
I told you he'd bring this up.
I'm paraphrasing. I'm paraphrasing very much, right? But in my own words, he basically said this: why the fuck are you guys playing this song when you guys are the ones the song's about?
Yeah, no, big facts. He's a man of the people. He rejected the $8 million label
Yeah,
deal.
because he just
'Cause
does
he-
this because he has
'cause-
depression and
well,
lives
yeah,
in middle America.
He's a legitimate artist speaking for the people that don't get heard.
Because he's an average American person
and
and,
he's-
he understands the plight of the common man.
He's preaching both what the left and the right actually need to be fighting is the government, not one another.
And
Been
that's
saying it
exactly
for
the
years.
agenda we're pushing here.
Absolutely, because we're for the American people. Yeah, but exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly it too.
Like, don't get me wrong. I mean, like to bring into another thing on my list that I wanted to talk about was about electing politicians. I feel like every time we elect a politician, we should vote one off the island.
I'm with
I
that. I'm
agree
with
with
that.
Like when, like come 2024, when you go to vote in a president, you also on the ballot is you get to vote off one politician, whoever you're choosing, in Congress or Senate. That affects it nationally and stuff like that. Of one that gets voted off the island, which means that they get executed.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
So like
Bring
if
back
everyone,
the guillotine.
if everyone in the country votes fucking Trump or Biden, whether or not they're running a second term and stuff like that, whatever you vote, right? No matter you vote for the presidential election, bingo. Guess what? You get an additional vote to who you get to have executed. So if everyone votes McConnell gets fucking put to the rings.
Mitch
Bye
has
bye,
a
Mitch.
glitch.
Bye-bye, Mitch.
I don't know if anyone like if there should be a cutoff. You shouldn't be able to run past like age 60. You should not be holding office at age 87.
All right, so here's my thing
Should
with that,
they
right?
lower the age to become president?
Yes, I think it should be 30 at the least.
So like imagine if you guys had roommates, right? I know all three of your roommates at one point, right? So imagine if you guys were sitting in the living room watching TV and your roommate comes in and says, "Hey, I want to watch a movie," and throws the movie on and then leaves 10 minutes in. That's my issue with old people voting and also like old people being in politics. Like you're voting in shit that
Doesn't affect
doesn't
you.
affect you.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're not thinking of the next generation, just their pockets.
Like once you start collecting retirement and Social Security tax, you should not be able to vote.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Like you're there to relax. You shouldn't have any say in.
Problem is they're trying to get rid of both of those things.
and you know
No,
what?
like Social Security is already gone. Like by the time we go to collect Social Security, it's gonna be empty, and we're gonna get like 30 cents a day, and they're like, "Oh, this is what you put into over the past 65 fucking years."
Yep.
And we're gonna get nothing out of it. Fun fact.
That's why if this fails, there's a suicide pact.
yeah, it's a fact. You
That's
know,
what, I'm already in like several suicide pacts.
I joined
Listen,
another one, the fucking
fucking-
suicide pact.
That's
I'm
right.
down. I'm with it.
You know, like
Or we could open up my dream Sal sandwiches.
Sausage sandwiches will never take off.
let's get you to bed, Grandpa.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you want to open a sandwich shop? We're doing podcasts. Out
That's
here.
right. That's my backup plan.
I hope the
Amen
guy
to
in the
that.
Cheney Reservoir appreciates me being on the air because I'm not gonna lie, dude. I was talking about you way before I hopped on the podcast, and because I listen to a lot of the podcasts, and they keep bringing up the dude in the Cheney Reservoir, and I just want to let you know that I'm also your number one biggest fan, even though I just listened to the podcast till now.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm a big fan of you, dude. All right, I just want you to know that. Even though you're a big fan of my boys that I went to high school with, I'm a big fan of you.
Love you, Cheney. Couldn't do it
Love
without you.
Dude, thank you, but
You're
please
the reason we're
reach out.
doing this.
FMBrothersPod@gmail.com.
Yeah, like I was telling the boys, I'm like, you should get this man on the podcast, even if it's just on a phone call. Like,
You think a man on a boathouse has fucking time for fucking email?
Probably not. Probably nothing. Just like
Yeah,
all right,
but
I mean, dude's on a boat.
He
can do
probably
whatever the
lights
fuck he
his
wants.
second cigar of the morning and goes,
he's like, oh, cool, new
Tomorrow.
episode. Gotta get the.
I mean, man can do whatever the fuck he wants. He owns a boat.
but he's
On
also
a fucking
probably got an
water.
FBI mandated Gmail account.
yeah.
Still though, what's the FBI gonna do to us?
Well,
Don't
they've been
knock on the
waiting
door.
for they've been waiting for us to have you on.
Yeah.
It's all a waiting game.
FBI, FBI, open up.
Aren't sound effects crazy?
Those are crazy.
And we're back.
Knock on my door. I'm shooting first.
After a brief breach from the federal government, we are back on the air.
So,
are
are you like permanently back in Mass, or are you going back?
Negative. So I gotta go back to Alabama for my drill, and I'll be back in Massachusetts immediately after, unless I find a job in the South. Because I'm looking for a job in the South because I love the South, love
Yeah.
the gun laws and stuff like that. Even though my guns were seized by
Yeah, right.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
even though my guns were allegedly seized by a police department for possession of cocaine.
It's very unpatriotic of you to let your guns be seized.
I mean, I told them like you have no right to do this, but I like figured I'd take it up in a court of law.
It's unpatriotic
Just
of
the
them to
fuck-
take
That's
Take
away
the
his
smartest thing you've
cocaine.
said all night, probably all year. But
No, I've said some pretty smart shit all year.
well, yeah, you got divorced. I'm proud of you.
Fucking best. I loved it.
And I love your sanity and your mental health.
Yeah, neither do I.
I love a healthy kiddo.
Well, we talk our shit, but we were all saying how like we've never met somebody so unhinged, but we're all jealous of because like we would all like to be you.
I am very unhinged.
Yep.
But at the same time, you're everything we've all always wanted to be.
That's
You're
right.
swinging a
Together.
beatbox, and on my second sleeve of Dr. McGillicuddy's menthol mint nips. And,
Because
yeah.
on
The
one hand,
tools to be the king.
like on one hand you're on a 4-day bender, but on the other hand you're jumping out of airplanes and saving lives.
No, I haven't jumped out of airplanes. I've rappelled out of helicopters and we're down
That's
like,
cool, though,
buildings
kind
and
of.
stuff like that. But I've never jumped out of a plane yet, because that's one of the schools I have to go to. Because did I tell you I got promoted?
You did, yes. You mentioned it.
So I'm gonna be a sergeant in
Proud of you, bud.
in a certain group, and they do SF shit. And apparently, as my being part of their battalion, I have to go to airborne school, so I get to jump out of airplanes and stuff.
Jump school kid, huh?
Jump school.
It's coming, baby.
Proud
I'm
of you.
down for it. I
What
love
state's that in? Is it fucking? It's somewhere in the middle, right?
Don't you worry about it.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, so when we think of kiddo, we think of rescue heroes. That's Billy Blaze in the front. And that's that.
That's a better. He's literally all of them.
Our guest.
Rescue heroes, baby.
He's
Rescue-
that one too.
No.
No,
so
that's
pull
Nate.
Up, pull up. Nate. Pull up the like National Guard floods. Like throw up.
Don't worry, he's got a bookmark.
Yeah, pull up like National Guard floods. And
Like floods that the National Guard started.
yeah,
in
things
order
that-
to prove that they're
I did
useful.
it myself. All right, so hold on. Where's one where there's a helicopter involved? 'Cause that's gonna be the coolest picture. All right, hold on.
That's
Click,
a helicopter.
click these. Is this touchscreen? No, it's not.
No.
All right. All right. So
Is that you?
no, that's not me.
That's him.
Click the next picture. Kentucky. Oh, there you go, Kentucky. That's close enough.
This one?
All right, so basically, there's this thing called SURF-P in the National Guard, and it's, I believe, to the best of my knowledge, it's called Chemical Enhanced Response Force Package. And so our whole thing is about going into between.
Oh yeah, just
Get closer.
Just about a fist from your mouth.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
The feds got us
called,
again.
yeah, but to my best of my knowledge, it's called chemical enhanced response force package.
They called me that in
CRP.
high school.
No, we did not. We called you a stupid fucking. But so CRP is basically what like those of us who respond to floods, natural disasters, all the way up to chemical disasters and nuclear bombs, right? And it's a really cool fucking school. So if you're thinking about enlisting in the military, go National Guard. Don't go active duty or reserve. Active duty, you want to kill yourself. Reserve is going to, like, there's no combat arms. So go National Guard. You get to volunteer for all the active duty shit.
What's the nuke drills like? Like just lay down and wait?
No, it's about, like, as if, like, a dirty bomb went off at, like, Talladega.
Oh, wow.
And we're
Allegedly.
Allegedly. We're a 72 hour response. So we're responding within 72 hours. So once that dirty bomb comes off, all of our guys start getting text. And if we got to go, we got to go. And even though it's 72 hours, we'll get there probably within like 24. And our whole shtick is going into the hot zone, which is where there's the most amount of radiation on the footprint. And we suit up into like radio gear and stuff like that. We're like nuclear gear and stuff like that.
Hazmat suits.
Hazmat,
Yeah.
basically hazmat suits. That's the word I was looking for. Hazmat suits, and we go in and we pull people out who are affected by radiation or anything else related to the blast. Like if they're related to like.
But if you're pulling on them and their skin is staying, you just leave them behind.
No, if their skin is staying, that's good. If the skin peels off with my hand, that's the gross stuff.
That's what I meant. Like the skin is getting left behind as you're dragging them away.
And, so I mean, we'll still do our best, but if they're dead, then we call F-cert, which is like they're the ones who are like, oh hey, listen, this is a dead body.
Yeah,
like,
body
hey,
taggers.
Call the family and stuff like that.
Aw.
But it's really cool. Like the training they give you is really fucking cool, and like it's about like hooking people up to skids and skidcos and stuff like that, and baskets. Like after you rappel off a 3-story building by yourself, and then you hook up to them, and then they bring you and them back up on a hauling system. Because I'm on ropes team, so that's the only reason why I know about that.
Sounds kind of gay.
And shut the fuck up! I'm not trying to get. It's actually really fucking cool. You stupid piece of shit. We're smoking filtered crack, you stupid piece of shit. I'll fucking kill you.
No, you're so right.
But it's actually a really cool school because that's like where like the National Guard like really stands out because it's like, you know, like this is actually for the nation, not for like, oh, hey, let's go get some oil overseas. It's like, hey, you know, shit happens in the United States. Let's activate the military. But it's a really cool school. I spent 2 weeks in West Virginia and it was really fucking cool. Banger of a time because one of the instructors he has a plug for moonshine.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, but he wouldn't give
like
it to
real
us
straight off the mountain.
like
moonshine?
straight off the rock.
Like with the
Perfect.
Appalachian inbred family moonshine.
100%.
That shit's different.
But he wouldn't give out his plug or buy it for us because he said that some like sergeant first class kept calling him saying, "Yo, this," at like 2:00 in the morning, saying, "Yo, this is a really good moonshine. I'm sending more people to school. Send them back with more." And he was like, "Fuck no, I'm not doing that. Stop calling me," and ended up blocking the number so he doesn't give out his Moonshine Connect anymore.
Yeah.
Join the army. GoArmy.com.
Join the army.
Join the guide. Don't join active or reserve and stuff like that. You'll hate your fucking life. You'll kill yourself by 22. Do the guide. You'll still probably kill yourself by 25, but you'll be fine.
But you'll be 25.
You'll be 25. That's an extra 3 years?
Yeah, 3 years.
Yeah, bingo, bud.
Bingo, bud. Too easy. Bingo, bongo. Wouldn't want to be ya.
Bingo, bongo. Wouldn't want to be you. Bingo, bongo. Wouldn't be you. How is Big Z? I heard he was on last night.
It's true. It's true.
I heard you guys recorded twice in 1 week.
We did.
Because we
That I was
didn't know.
told not to do about.
No, listen, I didn't say it was impossible. I just said I had to
Yeah.
clear it with the big boss.
You were hard to track down, so we had to get you
Not
what
hard
we
to track
could.
down. I let you guys know whenever I come back up to Massachusetts.
Bro, no.
I don't let you know. You're a sketchy son of a bitch.
I'm just as sketchy as you are, and vice versa.
Negative. I've never been charged.
That's real.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Nate's crimes for a second, though?
What did I do?
Manslaughter the first.
What?
Yeah.
No one wants to talk about it, but it's right fucking there.
Who was this? Can you just help me refresh my memory? Because
He was so drunk
All right,
he
Nate,
doesn't
you're
even
gonna have to
remember.
block this name out. You murdered.
Oh my god. She can murder someone with that chin.
She had an iron ingot in that chin.
I gotta go for a piss.
It was kind of fucked up, actually. That's I can't lie. The whole iron chin thing is kind of a turnoff for me. Even if like the girl's like banging, but she's got this fucking ingot for a chin that looks like it could put you out with one hit, concuss you.
I know, it's just like square at the
It's
bottom.
like giving you a fucking blowjob, just bruises your scrotum with her fucking iron chin. Oh, he's gonna defecate on your floor.
He's gonna
I'm sorry.
sick everywhere. He gets so hammered for no reason.
I mean,
and he's not gonna be ready for that mirror in there either. That mirror's huge.
Yeah, we're gonna see him in like
Yeah,
10 minutes.
It's gonna make things kind of spinny. Well, I told him, I said, look, Fire Team Alpha, link up with me at 5:45, and he was in my basement drinking with Pookie at 4:30. So I didn't see him start drinking. I just know that by the time then when they started hanging out, he had like I'd say an 80% full whiskey bottle, and by the time we left, it was like 20% full.
Awesome.
I watched him drink a Coors, and I think seen him put it down about 7 to 8 nips since I've started hanging with him a couple hours ago.
We just hit an hour.
We did.
So, yeah.
He'll talk forever if we let him, so we gotta stop him before he gets ahead of himself.
I say we give him one more rant.
Okay.
Well, final thoughts on the matter.
Yeah, fair
one more
enough.
thing to get off his chest.
Yeah,
What's
no,
it going
that's
to be?
fair.
We got to make sure he got through his list.
Yeah.
And before we have our guest back, remember to check out the fucking Bros website with
FNBros.com.
New t-shirts added all the time. New merch. Dr. Dabber, you're great. We have Patreon now. Come see us nuke America. All right.
Nuke it all.
Yeah. Final thoughts before we tune out. That it?
Is that all you gotta say?
Yeah, you got anything else on the list?
Please, one more zinger for the public.
One more zinger. All right, you want to talk about the fucking army commercial that they made? That was all cartoonish.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as always, I do not represent the United States Army or the DoD. But that commercial was dog shit. Like, you can go on TikTok and find plenty of military edits that will make you want to list way better than the Army sanctioned commercials.
I think you're just a recruiter at this point.
I'm not a recruiter. I'm just saying the Army National Guard is fucking fantastic.
he was like he was telling people not to join when the episode started. And now
They've
he's
been good
like,
to you, huh?
What'd you say?
Army National Guard, they've been good to you?
They've been very good to me, other than the random bullshit. But I mean, like, you don't remember the random bullshit. You remember the time you had the boys.
Did you transfer units to an Alabama unit, and that's why you have to go back down to Alabama?
No, because I interstate transferred from Massachusetts with the YD down to Alabama.
I hate your mustache, by the way.
Fuck you. Fuck you. I have to get AIDS.
You do?
I do.
Well,
I
there's a
have to
cure
get
for
AIDS.
that now, so thanks.
There's no cure for AIDS.
There's a cure for you.
There's no cure for
There's
AIDS.
no cure for
There
what
is
you
no-
are.
There's no. You're damn right. There better not be, but there better not be a cure for AIDS. All right. So while we're on the spirit, no, we're on fuck.
well, we're on AIDS.
We're on AIDS. I just want every listener we have out there to think about why didn't the government come up for a cure to AIDS? Because they killed the exact group of individuals the government did not want. It was the
And look where that
gays.
got him.
It was the gays, the blacks, and the junkies.
And look
Tell
where
me
that
why the
got 'em.
government would want
Look
to
who's on
save
top of the
those
world
group of
right
people.
now. All the people AIDS tried to kill are on top of the world right now.
You're right, and I'm telling you right now, like, would they have been on top of the world
I could
20
talk about
years prior
conspiracies
if
with
the
you all
government had
day.
not created AIDS? Would those same group of people that are on top of the world right now, all the government was doing was buying time.
Pardon?
No partnering. No partnering.
I
No.
hate you, but I
If
love
the
you.
government,
Remember, everybody, we love you. Check out our website. Check out our show. All episodes are available on YouTube now for your viewing pleasure. Shoot your local cougar. Join the National Guard. Take some DMT and enjoy the rest of your
FNBros.com.
the
weekend.
government hates the gays.
And the government hates everybody. We love you.
Nuke America,
FNBros.com,
baby.
where you can check our Dr. Dabber affiliate link plus everything else. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.